last fall will rise.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight.
Hello, YouTubers. So, what do Ghostbusters and Christmas have in common? How do they go together? Not really at all, except for the fact that Ghostbusters 2 takes place during the holiday season. You know, from probably a little before Christmas to New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. So why the get up? Well, that's because today I'm going to talk about one of my absolute favorite Christmas movies, Scrooged. Scrooged stars Bill Murray, who was also well known from the Ghostbusters movies, as playing Dr. Peter Venkman. In Scrooged, he plays Francis Xavier Cross. He is the president of a TV network. I believe it's called IBC in the movie, if I remember correctly. And he's pretty corrupt. He's a pretty kind of an evil dude, sort of. Scrooged is a take on the old Christmas classic of A Christmas Carol with Ebenezer Scrooge. It's also another favorite of mine. But Scrooged is sort of like an update on it. So Frank Cross, again played by Bill Murray, he's visited by an old boss of his who passed away. And that boss lets him know that he's going to be visited by 3 ghosts. To give him a chance to, you know, to realize the error of his ways and turn his life around. So he's visited by 3 ghosts. The ghost of Christmas past, in this incarnation, is actually a taxicab driver, a foul-mouthed and hilarious taxicab driver. So that guy takes him through, you know, his past, through, you know, his childhood, through when he met his past girlfriend Claire. And, you know, just other various parts of his past where he, you know, kind of screwed up, and stuff like that, stuff that, you know, were part of his errors of his past, particularly as it ties in with Christmas. The Ghost of Christmas Present is actually a woman, a fairy, and she takes Frank through a lot of what's going to be, you know, a lot of his the current Christmas, a lot of what he's going to see, what is going to happen this year. So, you know, he visits the family of his secretary Grace, who are very poor, and there's the little boy, her little son, who, due to losing his father, he's been traumatized and no longer speaks. So, you know, they're kind of hoping that he will get better. He visits his brother and their family. Funny enough, his brother in the movie is played by one of Bill Murray's actual brothers. Now, the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come, or in this case I think he actually might just be known as the Ghost of Christmas Future, is similar in that he's like the cloaked, skeletal, Grim Reaper-looking figure. But in this case, his face is sort of to tie in with the whole TV thing. His face is sort of like a TV screen. So Frank will see weird images in it. He takes him obviously to see his future, you know, and as you can imagine from the original, you know, to see his own death. I would say that I would, you know, avoid spoilers here, but you know the basic story of A Christmas Carol, I'm sure, and it's pretty much the same story. You know, the 3 ghosts visit him to try to get to him to see the error of his ways. So, I mean, I think you pretty much know what the story's like. I'm not really spoiling anything for you here. So, of course, you know, in the end, again, not spoiling anything because I'm sure everyone's aware of how that story goes. You know, he sees the error of his ways and you know, makes a miraculous recovery, finds out it's not too late, and he, you know, decides to turn his life around. I've always loved this movie. You know, I've always loved the story of A Christmas Carol, and this takes it and kind of puts more modern spin on it. Plus, you know, obviously I've always been a huge Bill Murray fan. So that, you know, this has always just been a really feel-good movie, and it's really funny, and it's one that I always try to watch, you know, at least once every holiday season. And so it's one, if you've never seen it, I highly recommend you check it out. And if you haven't seen it, it's one that I think you should put on your must-see list every holiday. All right. So you know what? Feel free to, if you've seen the movie, feel free to leave in the comments or in a video response some of your thoughts on it. Is it a favorite of yours? Or feel free also to leave comments or a video response. What are some of your favorite holiday movies, Christmas movies, you know, whatever the case may be. Okay, happy holidays and Merry Christmas.